On this lesson, we're going to begin working on our illustration using the Blob brush. So I'm going to select the Blob brush. So again, you can go here on the Tools panel, and right below the Paintbrush tool, you can find the Blob brush tool, or you can press Shift B. And then what I'm going to begin doing is make sure that I start pressing small and then going big and then going like that. And you can actually try to play a little bit with this until you get the hang of what you want to do. So for example, here I'm going to begin with the eye. So I'm going to make this smaller again by pressing the open bracket, and then I'm going to make a line here on top of the eye, and then I'm going to create the eye, then make another one, and this is just how you're going to begin creating your shapes of your elephant. So again, on these lines that are going to be defining the elephant a little bit more, you can press a little bit harder and even go bigger than what we just have here. So here I'm going to go like this, and then try to join this little pad here. I'm going to the top, and then let's go here, and you can see that you have here some other lines, and then go around here just like that, and create some lines. And this is what you have to do when you go around your elephant. Just try to think that these lines are that you can really see if you even go away from your illustration, from your photo reference. You can see how these lines really stand more, or they are not lines because they are only changes of the ear and the body. So you can see how these ones really stand out, whereas the ones that are here, right here, for example, you have to really get close to see them. So what you're gonna do is try to go around and make you can also go here and try to give it a little bit of movement to your arm. So remember, we picked that we could have not a lot of fidelity on our strokes. So if at some point you think, okay, I want more fidelity, you can go again and change the Blob brush settings, and you are going to get the effect you're probably looking for. And one thing that I think is the key is that sometimes you have to go smaller to what you were doing. So try to go small on these little details. And then if you're going to go again to big parts of your illustration like this, make sure that you make the brush big again, or that you are pressing hard enough. So we're going to create all the lines that are making our elephant. And as I said, try to make them a little bit more fun and give them some variation, so you can really see all these details that the elephant has, and not just because you don't have or you don't feel comfortable with certain drawing skills, you're not going to make an illustration like this, because you can always get around and make things like this. So this is why Illustrator is a great tool. And the amazing thing about this is that all these are paths and they are vectors, so you can make them smaller or bigger. And just in a couple of minutes, if I click here on toggle visibility for my layer, you can see how I am starting to create an elephant illustration. And probably here on the top, I can pass again my Blob brush to make it kind of more thicker, and then go again here and just try to make sure that you capture all the details that your illustration has. As I said, you can pick other animal that is not an elephant for your project, but you could also pick a person, and maybe if you select a person, you can see more detail on that person. instead of here of the elephant that probably has a lot of detail on the skin, but also it's not as detailed as a human. So once you have something that you like, you can always go like away from this and see how this is working or this is looking, and if you need more detail you can add it. So on the next lesson I'm going to give it some color, and between lessons I'm going to work on giving more detail, but it's exactly the same technique. So probably on the next lesson you're going to see more detail, but it's just the same. It's just so that you don't see me working on this for hours. So see you on the next lesson.